Hello everyone, it's the 30th of April and it's time to start my last HRCYED vlog. So if you have been following with HRCYED, it's a yearly challenge in which you have a bingo board and you're supposed to hit every single square in the board, and each square needs more than one book. And I am at the point now in which I have one square left, and that's the new releases square, and that says that you have to read a new release every month for the whole year within plus minus 60 days of the release date. And so I am now at the point at which I can do that because I have 3 books lined up in my Netgalley for this. The one for April is Porcupines, the one for May is Dower, and the one for June is Presence. And the one thing that I was waiting for is that the one for June comes out on the 16th of June, which means that I think 15 or 16th of June, which means that I have to read it earliest by 16th of April. And now that is kind of possible. I mean, it's 3-4 days from now, but I will read the other 2 first, and then I will read Presence, which I think should be fine. I will read it within the time frame, and then I will be done with HRCYED, which is crazy. But it's also very exciting and very timely because I am starting a very time-consuming job in 2 weeks. So I'm happy I'm going to be done with this sooner rather than later. So yeah, that is my plan. I will start, I think I will read them in order, so I'll start Porcupines today. It is, as I said, Monday, and it's around 12. Alex is in school and I am about to make lunch. I think I might also take a nap because I'm kind of tired. And then in the afternoon I want to go to the library. I have a book that I have to return, and there is also a haul that I have to pick up, and there is also some work I want to do. And because I am between jobs and I was using my my company computers before, I don't have an actual computer, I just have my iPad, and there are some things that I would rather do in an actual computer. So my plan is to hopefully get one of the computers in the library to finish this. It shouldn't take me too long, but yeah, a review for an article I wrote came back and I have to do some adjustments for some references and stuff, so I think that will be better done in a computer. So that's the plan. For the afternoon, I don't know how much time I will have after that. It's actually not the chillest of weeks. I am planning to meet a friend tomorrow, and also we have a nanny that is coming for a proof morning tomorrow because he's supposed to be taking Alex to school when I start my new job. So we're having a proof day tomorrow, so I have to wake up early for that. And then on Wednesday, Alex has a festival at school and I'm supposed to be cooking something for that. And on Thursday she has a day off from school because the festival finishes relatively late, so they gave him a free day on Thursday. And then on Sunday I also organized some brunch with parents around the neighborhood to get to know each other and build a little bit of a community. So there's quite a few things going on this week. Nothing too crazy, but yeah, there are things going on. So I wanted to get this article thing done today so that I can forget about it, and hopefully that will be the last set of revisions on that article. So that will also be very nice that can be published and I can forget at least about that one. I have other 2 on the pipeline, but that one at least will be done, so that will be good. So that's my plan. I will bring you along and let you know how things go and when I start the book.
Hello, it's a lot later and I just came back from town. I didn't end up working on the library because my nap took a lot longer than expected, so I didn't. But I did go to town and I bought well, I got some books and I thought I'll show you. The first one I had reserved from the library, and that is Weird Sisters by Terry Pratchett. I read The Color of Magic a while ago. I was fine, but I heard it's not the best one of the series, and this one is usually quite praised. I think you can read them in order, or you can just read them as standalones. And this is the one that my library has, so I decided to just give it a try as a standalone, and I'm excited about it. And the other one, I went to the bookstore to see if I could find the book for my May book club. I couldn't, but I found in the discounted section, I found Half as Human by Lina Norms. Lina Norms is a YouTuber that mostly covers books, but also climate change stuff and like pop culture stuff. Like she has and also a lot of sewing and like things, knitting, that kind of stuff. And I really like her, and I have always been low-key interested in reading her book. And I found it discounted, so I thought I'll buy it. I also have been thinking that this is something that maybe one of my friends will enjoy, and it's her birthday next month, so I think I will try to read it, and if I think it's good, I will probably give it to her as well, as her birthday present. So yeah, that's my haul. It's a small one, but I'm excited for both of these. I think I will try to read both of these within the next month or so. I have also started Porcupines, only like 10% of the way in, so like 30 pages or something, but I'm liking it. It has a lot of family relationships, it seems, and it's about people immigrating from Budapest to the US. I'm a little bit tired of like those kind of immigrant stories, but so far I'm liking the writing, and I'm liking the family relationship, so I hope this one works for me. Yeah, that's all for now. It's almost time for me to go pick up Alex, but I think I will sit and read for maybe half an hour before I do that. So yeah, I'll see you later. Hello everyone, so it's Tuesday afternoon, and I have basically been rotting in the sofa and reading the whole day. I was pretty tired because I woke up at like 5 in the morning. Yeah, I was waiting for a friend. She wanted to meet today, but she hasn't answered my text, so I guess I'm assuming we are not meeting anymore. It's too late for that, so even though I want to take a nap, I think it's a better idea for me to get out of this rotten moment, to go out for a walk. It's a lovely day outside, and I think it's going to make me feel better. I have also, as I said, been reading quite a lot. I have about 50 pages left in Porcupines, and I'm enjoying it quite a bit. It's a lot more humorous than I expected for some reason. It's mostly focusing on this girl Sonia, and it goes back and forth in time from when she first arrived to the US to like 12 years later, when she's basically have a child and has to deal with like the school and the mothers in the school and the child itself and all of that. And so we go back and forth the two things, and yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's nothing super deep, but I'm enjoying the humorous tone and the yeah, the story as well. There was one paragraph that stayed with me that was talking about why we scroll on our phones before we go to bed so much, and it had the theory that we do that because we want to be read to, like we were as a child. We need someone to read to us to fall asleep, and because we don't get that, scrolling videos is the next best thing, and that's like the same chemistry in our minds, which was very interesting. I don't know if it's true. I mean, it's a novel, it's not like a scientific thing or anything, but it kind of makes sense, and I really like the comparison.
So yeah, I'm enjoying it so far. I'll let you know when I finish it, which probably will be tonight. Hello, it's Wednesday afternoon. I'm about to go pick up Alex from school, but I wanted to update you because I didn't finish Porcupines last night, but I did finish the last 20 pages or so today. I was also cleaning the house and cooking and all of that, but I managed to finish those 20 pages and I liked it. It was very like quirky, humorous look at motherhood, and not just like the daughter-mother relationship, but also like all the complicated school, other parents, and all of that, and the reality of even being judged as a mother, and the things that you do and you don't do, and for your child and what your child needs. It was quite interesting. It was not like the most deep book ever, but it was interesting to read and be like see that portrayed in a book. And of course there was sprinkles of immigration there, because the family that we are following, the mother-daughter relationship that we are following, they come from Hungary originally, and they moved to the US after the decline of the Soviet Union. So that plays a small role, but mostly it's just about how mothers are often judged for whatever they do. And I found it fun. I don't know if it's one to stay forever with me, but I enjoyed it and I'm glad I read it. And I don't know how much I'm going to be able to read today after this, because I am now going to pick her up. We have to go to her theater class, and then in the evening they have this school party, and I volunteered to make some food for it. My plan is to make samosas, so I've made like the filling of the samosas, but I need to like roll the actual dough and put the filling in and cook those. And then it's a party and it lasts until like 8:30, so probably Alex will not be in bed until 9:30. So I don't know how much I'm gonna read today, apart from the 20 pages I've read now. but it's okay. We're going to enjoy. It has been sunny and warm this past few days, so that's always nice. And I think we're just going to enjoy our time together. And tomorrow she has a day off, so we can sleep in and take it a little bit easier. So that is the plan. But now I really need to leave and get her from school. Hello, it is Thursday afternoon and I have some updates. So yesterday I tried to start Dower, and from the first couple of sentences it became very clear that it was Christian fiction, which was not mentioned in the description that I read from it. So I'm not gonna read that. I'm not religious, I'm not interested in reading about religion, so that one is not for me. And I was looking at other things I could read, and I found Talking to the Wolf by Rebecca Chase, which has been blurred by, among others, Lauren Groff. It's fairly literary and it's about messy relationships. So that sounds a lot more like my pace. And I have started, I'm only like 10% in. It's not very long, it's like 200 pages. So that's where I'm at. I don't have much to report yet, but I have changed what I was going to read for the May release. And I didn't read much anything last night. I spent the whole afternoon making samosas for this party. It took me like 2 hours to fold all the samosas. I made a ridiculous amount, but I'm very proud because I made the exact right amount of filling for like all the 80 samosas I made. It was like there was nothing left, but also none of them were overfill or underfill. I was amazed that happened. I didn't even measure anything. I just eyeballed it and I thought I could do something else with the extra filling or whatever. But it was perfect. So great. And yeah, and then we went to the party. It was a lot of fun. And we came very late, and Alex went to bed very late. And today she's home. They have the day off. So we have gone to the park and run some errands and stuff. So I haven't read much anything either, and also I don't like to read ebooks where she's around because then she wants to play with my tablet and I don't want her to do that, so I mostly read physical books around her, and I will continue with this book this evening I think, and we will see how it goes. It's Friday afternoon, it's around 4 p.m. and I'm about to go pick up Alex in a bit, but before that I just finished Talking to the Wolf, and it was very flat for me, I think. So the main thing that we follow is this several women that met each other in high school, and we follow them throughout their lives and the relationship and the evolution of these relationships basically. And I think the main problem that I had with it, I think the writing was very beautiful and stuff in points, but I think the main problem that I had with it is that even though the focus was on these women, they all felt very the same. They were a lot of them, first of all, and some of them were I could confuse them to each other because they were all so similar to each other to me. And the relationships didn't feel like they had depth. The characters didn't feel like they had any depth. So like there was also no real plot or anything like that. So if you're going to write a book about character development and character friendship, but that's very like surface level, then what's the point of the book, right? And this felt to me. It felt like there was no depth to these characters, there was no depth to those relationships, and so for me it just felt very flat. It's not a terrible book, but it's just not like super fun or anything. So anyway, I finished it, which means that I have one book left to finish HRCYED. which is very exciting. It is also the 17th of April, so I'm officially within the time window where I can read the June book. And it's mostly about like women's bodies, the history of women's bodies, sort of. It's divided in chapters, and it's like a history of eating, a history of pregnancy, a history of abortion, a history of birth, a history of sleep, a history of breastfeeding, a history of desire, a history of drudgery, and a history of dying. So that sounds interesting, and I think it's going to be a change of pace that I am going to enjoy, to have a little bit of non-fiction mix as well. So yeah, I will let you know when I start that. I don't know how much I'm going to read this weekend though, because tomorrow we are going swimming with a friend, and on Sunday I have invited several parents from the neighborhood over, because I think it's nice to build a bit of a community around, that support system, a village, whatever you want to call it. So it was very scary, but I just asked a bunch of parents in the neighborhood to come for brunch tomorrow, not tomorrow, on Sunday, and I hope it goes well, and they enjoy it and stuff. But we will see. That's the plan for the weekend. And also, since these are all ebooks, and I don't like to read ebooks around Alex when she's awake, I think I'll probably just read at night. So we will see how much I read.
Hello everyone, it's Monday morning, and I haven't vlogged much in the last couple of days. It's always very difficult when Alex is around to get anything filmed, but I did finish Presents last night, and I really like this book. It talks a lot about the history of different aspects of the woman's body, things like body image, pregnancy, breastfeeding, death, and how different things have changed throughout the years, and how most of the time it is men that decide what happens to women's bodies. Abortion as well, it was one of the topics, and I think it did a very good job to illustrate how little control we've had over our bodies and how we have often been manipulated. One example that really sticks in my mind is the breastfeeding conversation, because a long time ago women were told that they were disgusting if they breastfed, so they had wet nurses, and they were supposed to not breastfeed as well, because then they could have more children, because it is often the case that breastfeeding can prevent you from being pregnant because of the hormones that it creates. So if they don't breastfeed, they can get pregnant more often. And then at some point we were told that actually we were not real mothers and real women if we didn't breastfeed our own children, and so that started happening. And now we are at that point in which if you don't breastfeed your baby, you're a horrible mother. But this has, like, the whole science behind it is not really sound, and the history is just men telling women what to do. And also, often what happens with that kind of thing is that before, nursing was shown to be a job that was paid, and now it's not. And that is because they have convinced us that we have to breastfeed, and that's just what we do. It's a whole it's a whole thing. But anyway, all of that to say, this was very, very good and very enlightening in many different ways. And I will compare it maybe to Eve by Kat Bohaman, which talks about the women's body from the evolution perspective, and this is more from the history perspective, but still a very feminist look at it, and I really, really enjoyed it, and I would recommend, which is a great point to finish this vlog and to finish HRCYED, because now my bingo board is complete. I have completed all of the squares, and yeah, it's over, it's done. I think it has been, definitely it has been hard. Obviously not because I ran out of time. I think as you see, I have finished like 2 months in advance, but I think it has been hard because one, in some challenges it has been difficult to find books that fitted properly to those challenges, and also because it has defined so much of my reading in the last year that I do want a little bit of a slower pace and a little bit more of a freedom of choice in that sense. So I'm not sure I will do the HRCYED challenge again if it comes back again in July. But I have completed it this year, I can say that, and I'm very happy about it. I think it was a lot of fun, but I think it's too intense to do too many times. So yeah, that's where I stand with it. But yeah, let me know what you think about these books. Let me know what you think about the challenge, and until next video,